Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Thursday, the 3rd of November, and that makes it the weekend, weekly swing trade review. And before I do that, I'm going to just go over the state of the markets. Obviously, a very bad plunge after the FOMC rallied and then, got crushed on Powell's comments. It's pretty apparent that the Fed doesn't care about the markets and is going to do whatever they think they need to do to put inflation down by continuing to raise interest rates, and that's what's bothering everybody. Today, they gapped down, bounced, and then formed coils all day. At the end of the day, they rolled over and finished at the lows on the NDX. S&P above the low, but still a nasty day. We'll have to see. Look at the hourly charts now. Here's what we had. After a multiple wave decline, 5-wave decline, we saw a climax here. We had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave advance. That got to resistance, and now we have a 1, 2 large 3-wave decline. Now, is it corrective? Not sure. Bottom line is, if it goes any further than where we are now, we could take out the lows pretty easily. Let's see. That's the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. A little different, but similar. And you'll see that the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave decline climax in a reversal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and actually has 6, 7. But nominal new highs failed right there, and the FOMC crushed it. We're at secondary support across here. Any further damage, we should test 36.50 and come down to about 35.75.80. If we, obviously, if we take that out, we can see low 3,000s. But right now, more importantly, is the weekly review of the swing trades. Some of which have gotten stopped, but I want to go over the ones still active. ADTN, which popped out, we put a swing on it, ran up for a couple days and backed off. Today, falling only 7 cents. It looks to me like it needs to consolidate. Your next target's at 25.5 and then 30 with support at about 21. ARRY, big inverse head and shoulders, a breakout, saw it run up to resistance and back off and break out again. Only it put the couple 2-day pullback tells me we have some resistance. It's going to be important enough to be taken out. If they can take this out, say above 19, then I think the stock goes to 22.5, 27.5, and eventually mid-30s. BLUE stair step this way higher at a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it looked like it was breaking out, but it backed off. Still holding the trend line up a little bit today. Looks like the challenge would be to test and take out 8.15 and then make a run to 11. CGC, I think, is at a bottoming process. Big volume coming off the low. A 2-day pullback, a reversal today off the moving average is a good sign. It's going to have to take out 390 and then 425 to really get going. If that's the case, then your targets are 5.5, 6.5 and above. Put a swing, maybe a little premature on the copper stock FCX. Got up to 33 3/4 there, and there. So it's a kind of a triple top and then pull back. So I'm not giving it a lot of leeway here. Any further damage below today's low under 30 would be maybe an out. If it gets back over 33.5, the target's 37.5. Inmd pulled back for a few days after making a move, but reversed off the moving average today and finished positive on the day, up 85 cents. I like the overall look of this pattern in terms of a base. What we need is to get up to and take out the 38.5 3/4 range, followed by a 43.5, your next target. LVTX popped and pulled back and then started to move. That's this tech trader swing. I like the way it's recovered so far. It's been pretty green all month. And going back last month, the stock was up 39 cents or 9% today on a lousy day. I think that at this point, targets would have to be retest of 5.5 and then 6 3/4. LVTX. MGNX, another biotech with a nice promising pattern, broke out. We put a swing on it. Ran up to target number 1, target number 2, 6.5, and then 8 going forward. MNTV, after popping and then flagging, it looked like it was going to go again. I put a swing on it, but it faded. It's on support right here. Not going to give it much leeway. It may try to fill the gap and then turn around. It's a promising bottoming type pattern, a V-bottom right-hand extension, but it needs to hold it here. MP, I believe, had positive earnings tonight. First, they dropped to under 28, then currently trading over 30. Your resistance and target are 32.5, 35, and high 30s. RVP popped and pulled back and finished strong, up 33 cents, 8%. Volume was okay, but more importantly, stock made a new 52-week high, year-and-a-half high. It might be headed, I think, up to there. That's be around 9.25 is the target I think I want to see on this one. VERU started to go, didn't quite go. I anticipated, and again, I always talk about not doing that, and I did it. My apologies. It's pulling back again, and you need to stop it under the 990-10 zone, period. If it goes, it's going to need to take out 13, and then your targets are 14.5 and 16.5. BRT popped out of a base and pulled back today, reversed off that retest. And I think once it gets up through 16, the target's 19. Wave in a wedge pattern after breaking out. I still like the look of it. I just don't want to see it underneath 405. Any move over 5.25, and we got 7.5 as a target. Xpev struggling down here. I decided to put a swing on it. I believe it's extremely oversold. Big volume yesterday and again today with another finish up about 4%. Tells me that if it can take out 7, we may have a run up towards 8.5 and then 10. And finally, ZYME, which punched up to resistance, took it slightly out and then backed off, but came on again today, was up 22 cents or 3%, but it's on the verge, I think, of an important pop and breakout. It could take it to 10 and even 14. And that's a look at some of the tech trader swing trades still in force. For now, this is HB out. Have a good evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. TGIF.